Hi, I'm Angela Nolan, and I'm here to answer questions for our class about the Disposition Self-Assessment Survey. So the first question says, what is the special education teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectations and ethics, and collaboratively working to advance the profession? So I feel like the special education teachers have a huge job because they are the bridge to everyone that's involved in the child's education and to the child. They communicate with the general education teacher, the parents, and the administrator. It's their job to, make sure the IEP is in place and that the IEP is being followed. It's also their job to work with the general ed teacher to make sure that the child is getting the help that they need and the support that they need. It's very important that they communicate with parents and help parents to understand the child's needs and what is going on with the child. And then also to keep administrators in the know of what's going on with the special education students. So special education teachers have a huge role. I feel like they're the bridge. They kind of hold everyone together in the school and keep everyone on the same page when it comes to the special education students. The second question says, what dispositions that you currently possess will help you become a successful teacher? What dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Well, I'm not going to enter the classroom as a first-year teacher because I've been teaching for 19 years. But I can say that over those 19 years, I really have advanced my dispositions and my thoughts as a teacher and the way I communicate with parents and the way I communicate with children and my understanding of their needs. Not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom. And, that our children come to us from varied backgrounds, varied home life situations. Some come to us without their basic needs being met. And that teaching is so much more than just walking into a classroom and teaching, math, science, or reading. That, we're really now, and probably always have had to, teach them about being kind, and teaching them that there are people out there that want to help them and that care about them. Because really, if they know that you love them, they will really work hard for you. So they need that love and understanding. And sometimes maybe that's something that we don't realize when we enter teaching. We think we have these ideas of what teaching is going to be like, and it's really not like we think it's going to be. There's so many more challenges and behaviors and needs that the children bring to the classroom that we're not really taught about when we're in college. The third question says, what effects could personal bias have on expectations that teachers have for their students? How could these biases affect their relationships with students and their families? And unfortunately, I've seen this in my years of teaching, and I think sometimes we're biased and we don't really realize that we're being biased, and it's something that you really need to be careful of. Not judging students based on if they're male or female, not judging students based on skin color, based on background, based on parents' behavior. You really have to let each child show you who they are and what their needs are, and try to meet that child and give that child what they need, because every child is very different, and especially within special education. Within my classroom, my children all have the same diagnosis, but they are all very different, and they all have very different needs. So if I were to just judge all my students based on the fact that they have autism, for what they can and can't do, I would be making a huge mistake, because within autism, there are so many different abilities, needs, challenges. So, you can't judge a child based on really anything. You have to allow that child to show you what he needs help with or what she is strong in, and go from there. So be, very careful of being biased, because it's something that can really harm a child and really, harm you as a teacher. Just always walk in very open and let the children show you what their strengths are, and show you what their weaknesses are too, and what they need help with. So, for me, all the dispositions are something that every teacher needs. You've got to be kind, you've got to be open, you've got to be willing to put students first. You have to be willing to communicate with the parents. If you communicate with the parents, and the parents really realize that you love their children and that you're really trying your best for their child, they will support you and help you. So, always reach out to the parents. Always start the year with an open mind, and let the children show you who they are, what they need, what they're strong in, and then go from there. Thank you.